Good morning, everyone. My name is Leah. I just wanted to make a video about my experience of pregnancy, labor, and postpartum. I got pregnant last year, and the first things I turned to was YouTube. I wanted to know everything about pregnancy, labor, postpartum, and I feel like I got a lot of information. I loved hearing everybody's experiences and what happened to them, and so I just wanted to make like a similar video for anyone who is thinking of having a baby, who is pregnant or already has a baby, and just to maybe give some more information that you didn't know about, or you could just stay tuned to listen to my story and my baby getting cranky. Oh, there she is. Motherhood. Anyways, so yeah, I got pregnant, and then I had my baby 3 weeks early. She was due September 21st of 2019, and I had her August 30th, 2019. I was not expecting that. I like in me, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have her early. I know she's coming early, blah blah blah. But the fact that she actually came early, it was a surprise, not gonna lie. Because I've heard stories of people having their baby early and then having them late, and I most certainly did not want to have my baby late. I was done being pregnant. I was so over it. At first, you know, it's cute how you have the little bump and you can take cute pictures and, oh yeah, look at my belly, it's so cute. And then you get like 8 months pregnant and you're done. You look like you are carrying like a basketball or watermelon in your tummy, and you're so tired, your feet hurt, your back hurt, and you're over it. So my experience is I went into labor the day before my last day of work. I got home around like 3:30, and then my water broke around 5. At first I didn't know what to think. It's not like in movies where the water just like breaks and it's like gushing water all over the place. You're like, oh my god, my water broke, and then you rush to the hospital. No, I think that's like maybe like 1% that ever happens, but usually that's not the case. For me, when the water came out, it kind of just like trickled down my leg. I knew what it was, but it wasn't like explosive. It was just kind of like just creeping down my leg, and it felt really like warm. So yeah, that was a little weird. I was a little like scared that had happened, because I think like a day before my mucus plug came out, you know, like the bloody show, and I've always heard like when that comes out, like you're going into labor. And so like for the day before, I was like prepared. I had everything ready, but I still had went to work that day. But little did I know I would go into labor the next day. So I called my doctor, and she said, okay, take a shower, eat some dinner, make sure you have everything, and then go to the hospital. And so my water broke around like 5, and then I got to the hospital around like 8:30. I took my time because I knew I was going to be at the hospital for a while. And so I got there, they checked me, they saw that I had lost too much fluid. So they're like, you're staying, lady. So they checked me in my room, and hospital gown, all of that stuff. And then they see how much I was dilated. I was only 1 centimeter dilated, even though my water had broke. And she was just, the nurse was explaining, like, this is going to be a long process. You could be here for 3 days, and she was like, it's going to hurt, blah, blah, blah. And it just became so real. Like, I mean, being pregnant was real enough. But the fact that I was there, this was happening, I wasn't going to go home. And the next time I was going to be home, I was going to have this little miss. And I just remember, like, I started to cry. So I was scared. Like, it's a really scary thing. It doesn't need to be scary, but, you know, the whole first time mom thing, not knowing what to expect. And so, they gave me, like, a little pill. I don't remember what it was called, but it wasn't, like, the Pitocin that they usually give you to, like, speed things up. It was, like, a little pill, just to soften my cervix. I took that around 12 a.m. on August 30th. Nothing happened. I didn't really sleep that much that night, but nothing happened. I was still 1 centimeter dilated, and so they gave me another pill at 6 a.m. And I think like 30 minutes after that, I started feeling like contractions, like they were very small. I was like, oh my god, I feel like contractions. Little did I know it was gonna get 1,000 times worse. Oh, baby. It hurt really bad. It started getting really, really bad. I just remember sobbing, telling Mason, like, I can't do this, like, please don't leave me, blah, blah, blah. So we tried putting on a movie. I think we watched, like, Aquaman. I was in and out of sleep because I was in so much pain. They checked me again, like 12, I think, 12 p.m. and I was only 4 centimeters dilated. So it was going kind of slow, but it was hurting a lot. And so I think like 30 minutes later, I was like, this is hurting like way too bad. Like, I need to get that epidural. And they're like, no, like, it's too early. We just checked you. You're only 4 centimeters dilated. Like, you gotta wait a little longer. And I was like, okay. And so I think not even like 10 minutes after that, I told Mason, like, can you call the nurse? Like, I cannot do this anymore. It is just like way too bad. Like, I know it's gonna hurt, but like this pain, it was like, it was like too much. And so he went to go get the nurse, and they came back. They're like, we just checked you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, check me again. And so they checked me, and I was 8 centimeters. And they're like, wow, like, you progressed pretty fast. And I was like, yeah, like, that can happen. And so they give me my epidural. Honestly, that didn't really hurt. I've always heard of people saying, like, it really hurt, it was awful, because, like, they put, like, this huge needle in your back. It sounds terrible. Not that bad. It really is not that bad. They give you, like, a little shot, just to, like, numb it. And then that was, like, a bee sting. Nothing compared to, like, the contractions. And then they put the needle in your back, and, like, it's, like, 2 seconds of pain. And then, like, that's the least of your concerns, because you're just, like, concentrating on the contractions, because those suck. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Those suck. Oh, I think she's pooping. It's okay. So then they did that, and then they checked me again right after. I was 10 centimeters dilated. It was time to start pushing, and and I pushed for over an hour. I was not one of the lucky ones at all. I know a couple people that they only pushed like 2 or 3 times and then their baby came out, and I was like, you're lucky, that wasn't me. It was a rough hour. I actually think it was a little over an hour. It took a long time. I don't know why exactly. She was just not ready to come out, I guess. She liked it in there so much, huh? And then my doctor, you know, like some doctors will like cut you down there, or I think that's really like the only option, is like cutting you. So she didn't cut me, but she I didn't know this at the time because, you know, I can't feel anything down there. But Mason, my husband, he had told me that she literally just like, she just, and it ripped. I don't know if that's better than cutting. I think it is. Obviously you gotta get stitches. I didn't feel those, I mean, until like after. But yeah, then she came out. 6 pounds. She was a little tiny baby, but that's okay. And then we did like immediate skin to skin, all that stuff, and then I think she breastfed like 30 minutes after, I want to say, I don't really remember that day very much. They brought me like the hospital food. I feel like I'm the only one, but I actually really like the food there. I know a lot of people are like, it's gross, like I don't like it. I actually like the hospital food. Am I weird? I thought it was really good. Not like gourmet or anything, but like I thought it was pretty decent. Or maybe I was just really hungry. I don't know. I don't know. So she ate, I ate. We did skin to skin, and then they moved us to like this other room. And the thing that sucked about the room was that the TV didn't work. So we were in that room. So like after she was born, we stayed until she was born August 30th, and we stayed till September 1st. So we were there for 2 days, and the TV did not work in that room. So we had no TV for 2 days. But Mason did bring his laptop, and we watched Netflix, and we started the TV show Supernatural. It is by far one of our favorite shows. We are actually still watching it. We're like almost done with it, but it's an amazing show. I love it so much. And we just kind of like incorporate Supernatural with like our family now, because we started watching it the day Ellie was born. But yeah, we were there for 2 days. We just got to know our little one. She passed like the hearing test and all that stuff. Yeah. She didn't have jaundice, I think it's called. Yeah, she didn't have that, luckily. She was perfect all around, honestly. I know like every mother says that about their child, but really she's perfect. I love her so much. At the hospital, they give you like these things to kind of like help down there for when you do tear. I don't know if they give you these things if you don't tear, but I feel like most people tear. I could be completely wrong, don't quote me on it, I'm not a doctor. But what they give you, she's a little cranky because she just got her shots. So they give you like these pads. They're like these really, really big pads. They open up like this. I know. It looks huge, but you would not believe how much you bleed after you give birth. It is so much. So much. And I think it's like every like 2 hours or so after you give birth, your nurse comes in and she pushes on your stomach. That hurts so very bad. But they do that because they have to check your bleeding. And so these are a must. And when you tear it, they give you like this little like bottle, and you just fill it with like warm water, and then you like spray down there because you cannot wipe. If you do, it will hurt very bad. So you just use this, and then you just use like a tissue paper or whatever just to like dab down there. And then they give you this spray, and it basically just like numbs like the cut or the tear, because it does hurt very bad. When you try to walk, even when you're like sitting, you'll get like a sting or like a burn. And then they give you this witch hazel pads, and they're almost like the spray, but you get to wipe with these, and it like again it like numbs the area, and it's like a cooling sensation, I guess. So yeah, those products are really good to use. Definitely use them. You're like, oh, I don't need these are stupid or whatever. Trust me, they help a lot. And before you go home, try and get as like much as you can. Like even if it's like more than you know you'll need, it's always better to have extra than not have enough. So yeah. They also give you like the whole like blanket and like beanie thing for your baby. I still have her beanie. It looks tiny. She's eating right now, but I would like to do a comparison. But it doesn't look tiny, but like it is so tiny. I can't believe her head used to be like this small. It still smells like baby too. And they actually give you a lot of these blankets. I just kept the one that was the most clean, and then the other ones are just like, because like milk does get on like on the blankets and stuff. But I will keep these forever just because it was like her first like blankie and beanie. But the experience in the hospital wasn't that bad. I feel like I could have had a better experience, only because like the nurses were like, they were nice, but they weren't like the best. I'm at least glad that I didn't have a worse experience and that they were just like mean. I've seen like videos of like women talking about they had really bad experiences at hospitals, like when they were giving birth, and I'm just really glad that that wasn't me. I am almost 5 months postpartum now. The journey has been rough, not going to lie. I think the biggest thing for me is just the weight. I didn't get the baby blues when, you know, like when you miss your baby and you wish your baby was still in your stomach. I didn't get that. The depression, it did hit me kind of hard, but I think that was just mostly because I felt stuck in my room because I wasn't working and I never went out. I just stayed in the room with Ellie, and I enjoyed like spending time with her, bonding with her, you know, being there when she woke up, being there when she went to sleep and all that stuff. But I guess I just felt a little like trapped in the room. But now that I've gone back to work, I think it's a lot better because now I get to interact with people. And but yeah, I say I gained around like 30 pounds with Ellie. I am 12 pounds away from my pre-pregnancy weight. It's just like a lot of extra like fat. It bothers me, but yet at the same time I'm not really doing much about it because I'm so tired. And it's not even the fact because like, oh, the baby wakes up. Ellie actually does not wake up at all during the night. She sleeps the entire night, and she's been doing that since she was like a month. So I'm very blessed that I don't have to wake up with her or do nightly like feedings or anything like that. It's just the fact that I have to go to work an 8-hour shift, 6 times a week, which is very hard. And then I come home and I have to take care of Ellie. And I don't mean that, like, I know that's sounding like a chore. I'm just saying it's hard being a working mom, having to work and then come home and care for your child. It's really hard. And I know a lot of people can relate. And just, it's hard. I'm still trying to get into, like, the gist of doing that. It's getting easier, but I don't think it will ever be easy. But I'm slowly learning to accept and love my body the way it is. Because, I mean, it performed a miracle, and I am so, so happy that I get to be Ellie's mommy. I love her. She is amazing. She's perfect. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't get better than that because I'm just like so over the moon with her. I mean, sure, there's some nights where it's really hard and I want to sleep and she doesn't, and she's just cranky and she's clingy sometimes, and you just have to give her lots of hugs and kisses. But I mean, why wouldn't you want to give your baby hugs and kisses? That's like the best part. But yeah, I hope if anybody had any questions that it was answered or you got more information. And if not, then thanks for watching anyways. I really hope to make more videos like this in the future about anything. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that everybody has a nice day. I'll see you again. Bye.